Hey everybody, my name is Adam, and I thought I would share my experience with losing a front tooth and now having to wear a flipper tooth. So, first I'll say that I'm posting this because I've obviously been struggling with this for a while. Having a flipper tooth or having a missing tooth in the front of your mouth is kind of a struggle. Obviously, people associate that with being a hillbilly or being stupid or not taking care of your teeth. My experience basically was about a year ago, a year and a half ago, I was with a friend of mine. We were walking into my house and she dropped her phone. It was pitch black. She dropped her phone in the front lawn. And we were looking for her phone in the lawn, and I bent over her stupidly, and she whipped her head up and smacked me in the face. So I thought my nose was broken. I thought, I was going to die. And we went inside, bleeding stopped, everything was fine. And then literally about 2 weeks later, I started bleeding one day from the middle of my top two front teeth, which are, of my entire life, have always been together. I've had no tooth gap. And I'm pretty sure in the span of a week, the top middle tooth on the left, my left, started shifting to the left. And all of a sudden, I had a gap in my two front teeth. It's safe to say I was freaking out about this. I went to my dentist. I went to see a gum specialist. This is Canada, by the way. Yay, free healthcare. Went to my dentist, saw a gum specialist, told me that the tooth is probably not going to fall out. One of the complications is that I am a diabetic, and diabetes is something that complicates everything. So the risk would be that the tooth would not heal fast enough and properly. So I've sat on basically having a wiggly tooth in the front of my mouth for the last year. What happened a month ago was that the tooth got infected, and it started not only to get looser, but it also started to drop down. And it ruined my smile, really struggled with my self-confidence for a long time. And my dentist advised me that it was time to get the tooth out. So I invested in a flipper tooth, it's called, and I finally got the tooth out on Thursday. Today's Sunday, and I have been using my flipper tooth now for 4 days. So, a few things. One, a flipper tooth is a temporary thing until you get a false tooth. Now, in Canada, a false tooth can cost as much as $6,000. So, don't think I'll be getting a $6,000 false tooth anytime soon. Not in Toronto, anyway. So, a lot of people do wear their flipper tooths indefinitely. So I'm going to show you basically what it looks like. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. I know before, when I was leading up to getting the flipper, I was looking on YouTube and there just wasn't a lot of videos with people with tooth flippers willing to show what it looked like. A few videos I saw where people said they hated it, people said they lived with it. A lot of just very quick videos where someone was just very quickly taking it out and putting it back in. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my teeth. Oh my god. With the missing tooth. And I hope on some level this is therapeutic, because the psychological aspects of looking at your face with missing teeth is pretty tough. Again, as I said before, I had it taken out on Thursday. and then I took Friday, yesterday and today off work so I could sort of get used to this on my own. I am going back to work tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. So now I'm going to show you what my teeth look like with the missing tooth. Okay? Okay, here we go. Oh God. Okay. Now I'm going to put in my tooth flipper. This is it here. So it's basically a fake tooth with a backing, two little wires, if you can see the wires, and those would clasp over my teeth on the inside. So now I'm going to put it in. Bear with me. I'm just going to go over here. And now it's in. And I'll show you how my teeth look now. Initially, when I saw it, I was happy because it looks good. I think it looks 100 times better. I'll show you again. Basically, I went in 3 weeks ago. They took a mold of my mouth, almost like one of those things that a boxer wears when they box. They put that in your mouth. It's got putty in it. You bite down. It takes a cast of your entire jaw, and then they use that to make the flipper. So I suppose they call it a flipper because the tooth would actually flip. But this is pretty hard. I don't see how that can happen. Anyway, now that I have it in, I guess the main thing is that I talk differently with it in. I do struggle to talk a bit. My dentist advised me that I should wear it all the time, except when I'm sleeping. So that means you even eat with it in, which I've struggled with. I won't lie, I do take it out when I eat. So the two biggest issues have been my speech. I find that, saying words with CH, like cheese, and SH, like sh, I'm struggling a bit with. Other than that, it's been okay. The test will be tomorrow when I go back to work. And see if anyone asks me, Adam, why are you slurring your words? Then I'll direct them to this video. So, also, I find that I'm constantly swallowing because I think I was always someone anyway that held a lot of saliva in my mouth, and now that I guess the space inside my mouth is smaller, I'm noticing it more. So I constantly have to swallow. So this flipper sort of sits in the top of my mouth, behind my top front teeth, and it's sort of clasped with these two little hooks, which don't bother me at all. I don't notice it at all. I think when you swallow, there's a bit of suction going on, so it keeps pulling it up. I mean, it's only been 4 days, but there's never been, I haven't thought about it falling out of my mouth. I'll show you the top so you can see the top. So yeah, it looks great. I'm very happy with how it looks. I think that was my biggest concern. Now that I have it, my biggest concern is talking with it. So, for example, I'm single and probably be going out on dates on some point, and it's, do I not wear it? And then, I laugh and people see, fucking Toothless Joe. Or do I wear it and then, I'm talking with a lisp. A quite big one, actually. My dentist says I will get used to it, and I will say, actually, in the last 4 days, it's been better. I guess you just have to get out there and talk to people. I will say that also that I feel uncomfortable when I'm not wearing it, because I think when I'm not wearing it, I'm feeling the gap where the tooth is gone, and that probably makes me feel more uncomfortable than having this in my mouth. Also, if you have a gag reflex, I think that might be an issue. There's been a few times where I almost forgot it was in my mouth, and then I just remember all of a sudden that, oh my God, there's something in my mouth all the time now. So anyway, that is my flipper experience. If you have any questions, you can message me on Instagram at Bottle Shop Candles. Instagram at Bottle Shop Candles. I'm happy to answer anyone's questions about a flipper. I think a false tooth is a road I will go down in the future. It's very expensive here in Canada, even more expensive than it is in the US. I have friends that have gotten dental work done in Mexico, which I've thought about doing, but even that's at least a year away for me. Anyway, I hope this has been informative for anyone that is thinking of getting a tooth taken out, is terrified about the prospect of having a missing tooth. I will update my progress with talking. Right now, I probably sound a little silly. But if anyone has any questions, please message me. Happy to answer all your questions. Yeah, have a nice day.